Hey YouTube, it's Mitch at iPhonecaptain. Today we're going to be looking at a new Cydia tweak in the Big Boss repo called Era. It sells for $199. So let's go ahead and show you a little bit of what it's about. It's a new way to view your notifications directly from the lock screen. Everything you need is right there at the lock screen. So let's go ahead and look at the lock screen. Alright, we've got it locked. You see the little pointy thing in the middle up at the top. If I pull that down, I'm going to get all the notifications that I have listed in one right here on my notification screen. Alright, now if I want it to go directly to any of these notifications, say one of the calendar events there you see, all I have to do is simply just slide the little bar right here. If I want to open up something down here, all I have to do is tap on it and tap launch or remove if I want to take it from the notification center. So let's remove that swipe, remove this contra, and right on down the line, you see how easy it is to remove them. If we launch them, then it's going to launch that application immediately. So you see Man of Steel is starting to power up and logging in right there and so on. So let's go ahead and look at some of our settings for Era, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, so right or wrong, it's AYRA. Right here is the settings, and all these toggles you see listed here is what you are visualizing over here in the notification center. Up here at the top you got several different rows of notification center, looks like 3. So we got about 15 different toggles we can turn on and off directly from our notification, and each time the lock screen or the phone turns off, you see you have to pull it back down again. And right here is a little flashlight type thing you can turn on and off your do not disturb, Bluetooth, volume, and this one right here really got me. I like the settings. You can go directly to settings just by tapping that little cog. And inside here, if you want to turn this tweak off completely, turn this toggle to on, and you'll get a respring button up here at the top. Then you'll have to respring and it will be turned off, and then you'll have to actually, to enable it, you'll have to do just the opposite. You'll have to enable and respring again to get it to come back up. But you can drag and drop these in any order that you want. If you wanted the flashlight to be your first toggle, now when we go to our lock screen, the flashlight will be first. You don't have to respring to get these when you reorder the toggles. I guess you can see that. But anyway, guys, it's called Era, and it is $199 in Big Boss. So don't forget and get right into it. The first one I want to share with you is called Task Master, and you can see it right here in Big Boss for $1.99. It's very simple. All you do is install it. There's no settings or anything to configure. Once you install the tweak, it adds all these different toggles and music controls in your spotlight section. So you can see right here at the top I have music controls. Here's volume, brightness. You can swipe through some of these toggles here if you want to. And down here at the bottom you got Facebook, Twitter, email, and new text message. If you swipe up, you get some information about your phone as well as the battery left. And that's Taskmaster for $199 in Big Boss. The next one I want to share is called Status HUD, and it's available in Big Boss for 99 cents. And it's a simple tweak as well. All it does is adds a different way to view your volume. You see up here in the status bar, I have the little squares indicating the amount of volume I have going up or down. Okay, if I want to change those to circles, I can do that simply by coming in here and going to Status HUD, change the squares to circles. You don't have to respring or anything, and it goes right into the little circles then if you'd rather have those. And that's called Status HUD. The last one I want to share is called I just got a message and it caused me to go blank. But this one here, guys, is called sliders. And sliders is very simple. You can see right here on my lock screen I've got hey, and I've got some emojis included. And if you want to remove your camera tweak, your camera app thing there, you can. You just go in under the settings and you go down to sliders, and right here if you want to change any of these words, you can just tap on it and just put whatever you want in there and it'll change that. Here if you want to change your bulletins, you can slide the view text, you can change it, and right here's where you turn your camera on and off, your camera grabber I should say. So if you turn that on, it will actually turn off your camera grabber from the lock screen. Now you see we don't have a camera grabber anymore. So that's called sliders, and it's available, if I'm not mistaken, for 99 cents as well. So let's go ahead and check right here before we go. Sliders, and right here it is for 99 cents. Yep. Is called home display, and home display is what you see up there just under my status bar, and it does have a few settings. Well, not really. You can only turn it on and off, enable, disable, so that's pretty much it. But if you turn it off, you have to respring, as you can see there. But you see the little July 5th 2013 whenever we go back to the home screen here, and it also shows the temperature, but it only uses your space up on your screen when you're on the home screen. Alright, now we're going to be looking at one called pattern unlock. This is an Android style unlock for the iOS, and when you unlock it, you have to enter a code the first time, and you can turn it on and off from inside the settings, and you can set the time frame, how long you want it to be before you have to enter it. You know, like if you want to wait a minute or two, if you lay your phone down and pick it right back up, you won't have to enter the pattern immediately. That makes it pretty convenient if you're using your phone and you don't want to be interrupted. I apologize for the dog. Apparently she acts like she's dying here. Alright, the next one we're going to look at, let's go ahead and get this unlock out of the way. This one here is for probably all the music lovers out there. Well, audio files, I guess you could say, called volume amplifier. It magnifies your volume by 200%. And if you're in an automobile or something and you know how hard it is to hear your phone, well, this will actually increase your volume by 200% where you don't have that problem anymore. So you can check all of these tweaks out in the primary repos too. I should have told you that. You shouldn't have any trouble finding any of them. And that one was called volume amplifier. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is going to be for the music lovers. It's called mini player, and what it does is it puts a little player. It follows you along anywhere you are inside iOS, whether you're inside the settings app, whether you're inside the App Store app, any other place you may be. It follows you along, and you can have control of your music at any time. You can search for a certain song. You can turn your music on and off. You can forward, rewind, jump to a different song, and a few more other things. It's a very handy tweak to have if you listen to a lot of music. You will really enjoy it. The next one we're going to look at is one that I use a whole lot. It's called Notes Tweak. What this does, it lets you order your notes by title, alphabetically, different ways you might want to do that. And it also lets you favorite different notes. So let's go in here and find a note and create a couple different ones so I can show you what we're talking about. And I'm just going to type a bunch of random letters here to not take up a lot of time trying to type a name or something. So let's go ahead and we'll favorite that one, and then let's create a couple more. Just hit a couple random notes or keys here, letters, and iOS has the spell check is turned that into Greg, which I didn't mean to do that. But that doesn't matter. You can see that the HHH is at the top because we favorited it. If we turn the favorite off and favorite the Greg one now, you'll see that the Greg note will be at the top. It's just a handy way to keep notes that you want to look at often right at the top of the list. That's what I use it for a lot. Like that may be my passwords, or if I have a phone number or address or something like that. Sometimes I've used it for that reason. And the last one I want to share with you guys is one that just came out in the last week or so called LiveWire Pro. There is a LiveWire free version, and personally I say go with the free version because if you ask me, I don't think this tweak is worth the 99 cents by no stretch of the imagination. They added 4 or 5 extra animations, and truthfully they're not all that good, and that's pretty much all they did. So LiveWire is a pretty cool tweak, but the LiveWire Pro, in my personal opinion, definitely not a tweak that should have been paid. And these guys, they've been around long enough, they should know that.